Well, thank you very much, Tina. Moving on to something a little different now. Young and Fearless, Inspiration of Cancer Survivors is a compilation of beautiful photos and inspirational stories of 30 cancer survivors who are all under 30 years old. Photographer Shari started the project 2 years ago, and she's launching the book this Sunday, which happens to be National Cancer Survivors Day. We're happy she could take some time for us this morning here on BT. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So it started as an exhibit or exhibits, and all of a sudden it's turned into a book. How did that happen?
Well, originally, a couple of years ago when I started the project, I met with two ladies, Nora Gross and Brenda McAloney, and when I met with them and decided to photograph them, I also understood that their stories were so inspirational that the stories needed to be told. So as I started to get to know more people to photograph, I started to understand that they all had different stories, but they all learned a lot from their battles with cancer.
And they're all so young. Everybody's under 30 years old.
Yeah, this year the project's been really fantastic. It's an age group that's often sort of forgotten about. There's not as much research on people who've had cancer under the age of 30, and it brings a whole different perspective on life for those people.
A whole different face to the disease as well. I want to show some of the photos, which are just outstanding, and we featured some of them in the past from your previous exhibits. This one here has got to be one of my favorites, and I know it's Jason's favorite.
Yes, that's Ryan Jaggery, and that was from the first art show that I did, yes.
Beautiful. And what is he knocking out cancer here?
He's knocking out cancer, and his dad is in the background cheering him on, so
yeah. Wow, it's emotional to even look at it, you know, you kind of get goosebumps.
They're very powerful.
How about this story here?
This is Cheryl Kinsman and her mom. Cheryl was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in her early 20s, and she's doing well now, but, you know, she has an incredible story to tell.
How young, you said, you know, in her early 20s, ovarian cancer, it's one of those things that you don't think of, you don't consider, and then it changes your life. But what kind of similarity do you see in the, I guess, the resilience of the people that you photograph?
Oh, it's always the same. So people have a positive attitude and they want to continue their life. One of the most powerful quotes is by somebody that's in the book this year, by Shaw Kay, and he said, cancer didn't mean that he was going to die, it just meant that he was sick. Yeah. And that's so much what I'm trying to get out there, is that people who believe that's just what they're going through. It's just another part of their life that they need to battle and get through.
It's a mindset.
Absolutely.
It's a mindset. They've decided not to die, they've decided to fight. Right. I want to take a look at some more photos here. A lot of very small children too, really young ones. Like, how old is she?
This is Rasheen. Honestly, I can't remember how old she is right now, but she has a brain stem cancer. So she's still undergoing treatments, but she's doing very well. And I obviously photographed her at the hospital. So she was in the playroom, but had to cart her chemo around with her while she was doing that. So, yeah.
Is there a difference between photographing really young kids like this little guy here too? And the older ones, you know, the ones in their 20s?
Yeah, often the young children know that they've been sick, but don't really have a comprehension of how sick they might have been, whereas somebody in their 20s knows that they've possibly fought for their lives, whereas a young child just knows they're sick. This here is Kimberly. She had breast cancer in her early 20s. So again, it's a disease that most people think of as somebody older getting, but it can affect young people, and often there's not as much research to help those people out.
Here's a precious little girl.
Yeah, this is Kaylee McKay. She had Wilms tumor when she was about 2. She's doing well now, and that was her little bear Justin that helped her through the whole battle.
Oh my goodness. Oh, here's some fancy hair.
Yeah, this is Shaw Kay. He's actually a nurse, and he's the one that I was speaking of. That he said cancer wasn't a death sentence. It just meant that he was sick, and it was another thing that he had to do. He had leukemia at age 13, I believe it was.
And this girl's playing sports. She's got a normal life happening now.
Yeah, Julia had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and one of the things I remember about Julia's story is that while she was going through treatment, she didn't want to give up her life. She didn't want to give up sports. So I can remember her saying that she would play sports all along, and then if she needed to be sick or wasn't feeling well, she just went to the sidelines. So she continued throughout it all.
Wow, see, that's a tough girl right there. Yeah. My goodness. Oh, what a beautiful smile.
Stephanie Robinson had thyroid cancer. You know, she's doing very well. One of the things I remember about her, you can see her scar in this photo, which is part of why I took it. It's very, very, not small, but it doesn't show a lot. And she said, thank goodness for having a female surgeon, because they kind of hid the scar in the folds of her neck. So, you know, that you don't always notice the scars that are there from it.
But often enough, I bet she wears it with pride as well.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure she does, yeah.
And how about this man right here?
This is Mike Cross, and he had melanoma, so he had a form of skin cancer, and he was kind of a self-professed sun worshiper, and isn't to the same extent anymore, obviously, after that's happened. So he's had quite an interesting journey with it as well.
Yeah, and it looks like he's a budding photographer himself there.
He is.
Yeah. And our final photo, perhaps the youngest in your book, is he?
Yeah, he actually probably is. His name's Gabriel. And he has a form of leukemia as well. And you know, when I photographed him, it was his smile. He's just so happy. He had had treatments of some sort that day, and you know, it didn't bother him. He was just excited to be out and wandering around, and his parents were happy for him.
Just looks like a normal little boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to very quickly tell people you're just back from Ottawa last night. Why were you there?
I was in Ottawa because the National Cancer exhibit called Cancer Connections. I had 8 photos in that exhibit. So it was the finale of the exhibit that's been traveling across Canada.
Wow. And of course, you've got your book launch this Sunday. Where is it and what time?
The book launch is at Art and Jewels Gallery, which is 2089 Gottingen Street. It's open for the public from 2 to 4 p.m. this Sunday afternoon. I'm very excited.
And then you get to take a break.
That's right.
ShariTucker.com for more information. We're going to be back with more BT in just a couple of minutes. Relay for Life is this Friday as well, by the way. We'll see you in 2 minutes. There's another cutie.